Under the warm golden sunlight, I walk along the familiar road, each step steady, no longer bound by the past. Behind me are sweet and bitter memories, hands that once held mine, but have now let go. Yet, no matter what, the sun continues to shine on the path ahead, as if to remind me that life goes on and that I am still here, strong and resilient. The morning air is fresh, the sky vast and open, as if I have just shed the invisible burdens that weighed on my shoulders for so many years. Now, there is no longer any lingering fear, no oppressive pressure, no invisible chains holding me back. There is only me, arms wide open to embrace the new, my hair swaying in the free-flowing breeze. Am I alone? Perhaps, but that doesn't mean I am defeated. I am not left behind or forgotten. I am still here, moving forward with light in my heart, each step firm on this life journey. And with every step I take, I hear a voice echoing in my mind. You are not lost. You have lived your life to the fullest. Hello, and welcome back to today's conversation. Today, I will talk about something you may not want to hear, but it is the truth. A truth that might make you reflect. Possessions. If you have reached the age of 60, 70, or even 80, you will understand exactly what I am talking about. And if you are younger, this is still a valuable lesson you may need. Possessions are not just the items we accumulate throughout our lives, but also the memories, the pieces of our past tied to our youth, our loved ones, and moments we once thought would last forever. The fine china tucked away in cabinets, the souvenirs from distant travels, the faded handwritten letters, the heirloom furniture passed down from previous generations. We see them as priceless treasures, as extensions of our lives. But guess what? No one cares. No one, except you, truly cares about these things. And that is a truth many of us struggle to accept. Not because they are meaningless, but because their value exists only in our memories. At some point, they become nothing more than lifeless objects, taking up space in our homes, in our closets, in our storage rooms, or worse, in our minds. But I'm not just talking about material possessions. I'm talking about the invisible burdens we have carried for years, the unresolved pain, the regrets we have yet to let go of, the wounds we have endured but never truly healed from. Today, I want to share 4 things I believe everyone over 60 or 70 should reflect on. If you do not learn to release these burdens, they will continue to weigh you down, holding you back and preventing you from fully enjoying the years you have left. Let's explore them together. The first thing I want you to reflect on today is the necessity of acceptance, or rather, the need to let go of seeking acceptance from others. I used to be like that. For many years, I believed that I needed to please everyone, be liked, and gain approval from others to feel worthy. I worried about how I dressed, what I said, and whether I was right enough. I constantly adjusted myself to fit the standards that others had set. But you know what? It took me a long time, decades even, to realize something important. I don't need anyone's approval. As long as I feel good about myself and stay true to my values and what I believe in, that is what truly matters. External validation is nothing more than an illusion, a fleeting pursuit that, if you keep chasing, will never bring you true peace. We, especially women, have been taught from a young age to be well-behaved, please others, and be a good girl. Society places invisible expectations on us, forcing us to conform to avoid judgment and to be seen as proper. But who set those standards? And more importantly, why should we live by them? Think about this. How much time have you spent worrying about what others think of you? How many precious moments have been wasted because you were afraid someone wouldn't like you, afraid of being judged or misunderstood? And then, when you reach 60 or 70, you realize that none of it ever mattered as much as you thought it did. The people you once tried to impress may no longer be part of your life. The opinions and judgments you once cared about are now nothing more than faded memories, powerless to affect you. So why not let go of it now? I had to learn this lesson hard, but you don't have to. I want to tell you something that might help you feel a little lighter. You don't need everyone to like you. It truly doesn't matter. You cannot control other people's thoughts or feelings, and you don't have to. What matters most is not having hundreds or thousands of people like you, but having a small, genuine circle of people who truly understand and love you for who you are. And if someone doesn't like you, so what? The world is vast, and you were not born to please everyone. Live for yourself. Free yourself from meaningless burdens. Ultimately, the most valuable thing is the peace in your heart, not the approval of others. Let it go. The second thing I want you to reflect on is the importance of eliminating toxic relationships. I don't care who they are, friends, colleagues, or even family members. If they bring negative energy and make your life heavier, you must walk away from them. If you're young, learn to do this now, so you don't waste precious years on relationships that aren't worth it. If you're older, there's even less reason to carry those burdens. You do not have to endure anyone out of obligation or guilt. Toxic people come in many forms. They may constantly criticize, judge, manipulate, or drag you down with their negativity. And believe me, nothing drains your energy faster than spending time around people like that. I once had family members who would always complain. In their eyes, nothing in life was ever good. They would lament how they should have done things differently, how nothing ever worked out for them, and how life was unfair. Sitting down to talk with them felt like being pulled into an invisible darkness where joy and beauty seemed non-existent. And you know what? People like that are never happy. They are not successful. They do not live fulfilling lives, and, worst of all, they never realize that they are making everything worse. Negativity is like a massive magnet, attracting all the worst things in life. If you wake up in a negative mindset, your entire day will be shaped by those thoughts. If you constantly surround yourself with people who complain, criticize, and see the world through bitter eyes, you will eventually get sucked into that cycle. And at some point, without realizing it, you will become just like them. Take a moment to reflect on the people you interact with regularly. After talking to them, how do you feel? Do you feel inspired, happy, and uplifted? Or do you feel drained, heavy, as if all the energy inside you has been sucked away? If the answer is exhaustion, that's a clear sign that you need to either cut them off or, at the very least, limit your exposure to them. I understand that this is not always easy with some people, especially family. But remember, you are not obligated to maintain a relationship just because of blood ties. If someone constantly brings negativity into your life, you have every right to create distance. No one can force you to absorb their negativity unless you allow it. Life is too short to waste on relationships that drain you. Choose wisely the people you keep in your life. Stay close to those who bring you joy, those who make you feel valued and loved, and those who help you become a better version of yourself. Because you deserve a life that is light, peaceful, and free from the weight of toxic relationships. The third thing I want you to reflect on is the fear of death. Once we pass 60, we become more aware that we are not immortal. The years ahead are not as long as they once were, and that thought can be unsettling. We start wondering how much time we have left, whether it's enough to do everything we still wish to do. This fear can creep into our minds, keeping us awake at night and making us dwell on unfinished plans, unfulfilled dreams, and the loved ones we will eventually have to leave behind. But if we allow this fear to consume us, we will forget how to truly enjoy life in the present moment. I have known many people who spent their later years trapped in anxiety, viewing death as a looming shadow. They spent hours researching illnesses, obsessing over signs of aging, worrying that even the slightest pain might signal something serious. They feared losing their loved ones, feared that once they were gone, no one would remember them, and feared that they hadn't left a meaningful mark on this world. But do you know what? That kind of worry does nothing to help. It does not extend your life or make your remaining years any better. It only robs you of the precious moments you should use to live fully. Instead of fearing death, why not change the way we see it? Instead of considering time a limitation, view it as a gift. Each new day is not taken from your life. It is a day given to you to enjoy. If you know you cannot live forever, then why not cherish every moment? Do what you love and spend time with those who matter most to you. None of us know what tomorrow will bring. None of us can predict how much time we have left. But if today you live fully and do what makes you happy, then tomorrow, no matter what happens, will no longer be something to fear. When you learn to embrace each moment, you will realize that death is not a terrifying shadow lurking ahead, but simply a natural part of this journey. And when that moment comes, you won't feel regret or fear, because you will have truly lived. The final thing I want you to remember is to avoid stagnation. Life is always moving forward. If we fail to keep up with its flow, we become outdated and stuck, like a boat stranded on shore. If you've ever seen a stagnant pond, you'll notice how quickly it becomes covered in green algae, the water turning murky and foul, losing its original clarity. But a fast-flowing river is different. Its water remains fresh and pure because it never stops moving. Our lives work the same way. If you allow yourself to stagnate, you will gradually lose your vitality, energy, and joy for living. Stagnation often begins silently, creeping in so gradually that you don't even notice it. One day, you find yourself no longer excited about new things, no longer eager to try new experiences, and soon you become trapped in a repetitive cycle. Maybe you spend hours sitting in the same chair, watching the same old television programs. Maybe you stop taking walks, lose curiosity about the world outside, or no longer feel the urge to learn something new. Day by day, you become stuck in your stillness. But you know what? That's not rest. It's turning yourself into a stagnant pool. Keep the current of your life flowing. You don't have to do something grand or extraordinary. You don't need to travel the world or take on extreme challenges. You just need to keep moving, both physically and mentally. Even if your body isn't as agile as before, that doesn't mean you can't stay active. Stretch in the morning, walk around your home, tend to your garden, or simply stroll around the neighborhood. Daily movement helps prevent physical decline, improves circulation, and keeps your spirit alive. But movement isn't just about the body. Your mind must continue learning and expanding too. Read a book, explore a new topic, challenge yourself with something you've never done before. Maybe you'll enjoy painting, learning a musical instrument, keeping a journal, or conversing with younger people to understand the world as it is today. The specific activity doesn't matter. What matters is that you never stop. Remember, life is a river, and you must let it keep flowing. No matter your age or how much your body slows down, as long as you still desire to learn, experience, and find joy in the little things each day, you are living a full life. And that is what truly matters. The moment you stop moving, learning, and exploring new things is the moment you stop truly living. Life is not measured by the number of years we exist, but by how much we embrace and experience each day. A river that stops flowing turns into a stagnant pond, and a mind that stops expanding becomes confined. If you let yourself fall into repetition, allowing each day to pass without anything new, then even though you are breathing, eating, and sleeping, you are merely existing, not truly living. So, keep yourself moving, even if it's just in small steps. Keep your mind curious and open to new ideas. Try something different, learn a new skill, or enjoy conversing. Because as long as you continue to grow and find joy in life, you are truly living, fully and meaningfully. So, what are you carrying on this journey of life? Are you still holding on to burdens that no longer serve you? Are you holding on to old memories, unhealed wounds, relationships that no longer bring happiness, or fears that hold you back? Take a moment to reflect. Do you need to keep them? Or is it time to set them down and move forward with a lighter heart? Life is constantly changing, and we must change with it. No one can keep living under the weight of outdated burdens, of invisible loads that only make the journey more exhausting. That's why I invite you to share. Leave a comment below and discuss what you're ready to let go of, or the lessons you've learned on your journey. Your story might inspire someone else, helping them realize they are not alone in this. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I appreciate all of you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. If you ever feel lost or alone, remember, you are never truly alone. Some people care about and love you, and I am one of them. You deserve happiness, peace, and a life well lived. If you enjoy conversations like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so we can continue walking this meaningful journey together. Each new day is a precious opportunity to live better, to love yourself more, and to find joy in the simple moments. Cherish every moment because this life is worth living fully. Wishing you health, peace, and happiness. Thank you for being here today, and I hope to see you again soon. Until then, take care.